Please excuse my disgusting facial hair. I am participating in No Shave November, and we only have a few days left. And look at this gorgeous, absolutely amazing, majestic fuzz that I managed to grow. You go nowhere video. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and a lot of that thinking revolves around how much I miss old YouTube, how it used to feel watching a video, how exciting it was when anyone decided to upload their first video. Just an overall sense of, I don't know, maybe like wonder. I don't know if that's too dramatic to put it. I'm a dramatic guy, so. But yeah, just there was so much charm, I guess, back in the day when YouTube was still up and coming. And I'm not even saying like up and coming, because YouTube was pretty big pretty fast as far as I remember. Like, I remember back when Smosh first started, like me and my friends would watch that Mortal Kombat video religiously whenever we would have a sleepover, and all of their videos, you know, food battles. For some reason, Food Battle 2008 is one that sticks in my head the absolute most. And there's a ton of creators that are still around from that era of YouTube, and they managed to kind of survive the test of time and still be on the platform. Although there's a lot that are also not here anymore, whether they stopped making content or they moved, you know, to something else in their life, whatever it may be. And now it seems like there's no longer a you in YouTube. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I feel like everything that has to do with YouTube, how to outdo and how to do the most extreme thing ever. And although that's not like a bad strategy or anything like that, I just genuinely feel like sometimes you don't need to be that extreme. You know, I feel like when things get that big, it's no longer personable, and I think that's what made YouTube such a success, in my personal opinion. Now, I've been posting videos on and off since 2015, and I've seen no success. Yeah, but that's on me. A lot of things happened in my life that caused me to kind of stop the grind, and to be quite honest, ever since like ever since 2015, I always wanted to be a YouTuber. Like, that was my goal. That was everything I wanted. Making videos was my favorite pastime. And to be honest with you, as of recently, I have started to revamp my YouTube channel, like revamp my identity. And that's what got me to kind of think of like, oh my gosh, what content do I want to make? You know, I feel like all I've heard throughout the years is, oh, you have to pick a niche and you have to stick to it and you have to grow your audience, and then you gotta post on TikTok and you gotta post on Instagram and you gotta have a Facebook page. And then, you know, once that all accumulates, then you just rinse and repeat over and over again. And then once you get big enough, then you're able to kind of branch out and do whatever it is that you want to do, because that core audience is there. And although that is not a bad way to approach this, I just think that being in a niche is like a prison sentence. You know, we're human and we want to experiment with all sorts of things. So why does our channel have to only reflect one of those things? I guess I just miss the era of personality. You know, there's a lot of people, creators that I still follow, that I watch their videos just because of who they are, because I find them funny, I find them entertaining, and the value that they're providing me is a good laugh and an escape. And I feel like to a certain extent, sometimes that feels like that's not enough anymore. You know, we have this term, this beastification, right, of YouTube, where everything has to be so big, and then you have to top that thing with something else that's double the size of that, and then double the size of that, and then double the size of that. And then after a while, it just, I don't know, it loses its charm. Maybe I just wanted to turn on the camera now, because part of me kind of wants to go back to what YouTube used to be. People filming themselves in their bedroom, you know, and just making stuff that is just fun, making stuff that you and your friends could look back at and laugh. And I feel like, at least in my friend group, you may rewatch some of the videos that we made 10 years ago. I'm almost 30, which is crazy to think about, and I still laugh, or we still bring up something that happened in one of my videos X amount of years ago, and it brings me so much joy. And some of those videos are cringy. Heck, maybe some of the most recent videos that I've made are also cringy, but I've always battled with identity on this channel. That's why I feel like I had to do gaming, or if I had an idea for a different type of video, this channel was already gaming, so I needed to do another channel or create another channel that wasn't gaming. It was that one thing. I would have these multiple channels with just different niches, and what's the saying, like a master of all is a master of none? I think it's jack of all trades is a master of none. And I guess to an extent that kind of summarizes kind of how I felt. Instead of showcasing myself, I just showcased whatever it was that I wanted to create content around. And although that's, again, it's a perfectly good strategy, I'm not saying it's not, it just cost me to focus more on everything else that I forgot to kind of focus on myself. I don't know if this is making any sense. This rant could be absolutely horrendous, and when I look back at this video, I'm probably gonna be like, what was I even talking about? I have no script for this video. I just wanted to turn on the camera and just chat about it because it's been like bugging me. And for some reason, two creators that I followed, I believe it's Maddie Hapoya, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, and Peter McKinnon, both released videos saying I miss the old YouTube, which is funny to me because I genuinely have been feeling like this for a while. So seeing other creators that I kind of grew up with when I wanted to be a cinematographer and a videographer and all that stuff, post something like that tickled me. And I figured, why not just come on here and just spill my guts a little bit, because maybe other people feel the same way I do. And I think that is what makes YouTube special. I'm at a point in my life now, again, I'm reaching 30, where I feel like I know who I am and I know what I want to do, and the things I want to accomplish, and how much time I want to spend doing the stuff that bring me joy, documenting those things and just putting them up even if nobody wants to see them, you know. And I feel like that looks different for everybody, you know. I miss old school like video game walkthroughs. I miss a vlog about your daily life. Like my wife loves those old school types of vlogs and she still watches them now, and people that make those types of videos, I think they're awesome, because I always thought, oh, my life was too boring to vlog, so I have to beastify, you know, my content to hopefully retain the attention of people for more than a few minutes, when I should have been thinking, I just want to put this together so then later on in my life I could look back and see where I was and have a laugh, you know, reminisce, and just have that somewhere where I could just go back and look at it as many times as I want. All of this to say, especially nowadays, I feel like everything is fast. Everybody's trying to sell you something. I just want to bring back at least the YouTube that I fell in love with, the YouTube that inspired me to want to be a YouTuber, because now I feel like YouTube has become such a conglomerate that it's sometimes things just don't feel real anymore. And I feel like if there's any point in time where we need to feel like something out there is real, is just right now. And I figured, why not go back to that, you know? So I guess this is my reintroduction of myself 10 years later from when I started this channel. I just want to do whatever I feel like doing and documenting and putting it out there for me, for my loved ones, you know, to watch at a later date because it brings us genuine joy. So my name is Hugo. I have a very lovely wife who hopefully you will see in these videos. We have one doggo, which is, he's laying down there. His name is Othello. And we have a cat who I will post a picture of because he's not currently in the room, named Loaf. So, and yeah, I have really good friends too that you'll see on this channel with me if they so please. And let's see what the next 10 years bring. So if you watch this video at all, thank you. This is just literally me ranting or just talking about something that I've been thinking about for the last few weeks. So let me know what you think. That's it. Just a short video. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I guess in a way I just wanted to be grateful for my last 10 years, and hopefully I got blessed with many more, and hopefully I'm able to post more, and hopefully you're here to watch. So thank you. Have a good one. Stay golden. Bye.